Okay, let's see here. Turn on the 360. Hopefully I'm not running out of memory on the 360. Okay, I changed the battery on the Insta360 X3. We'll see if that's why it was flashing. Because if I'm out of memory, I don't have another memory card at the moment. I can't believe I forgot to continue the conversation. Continue sharing my thoughts about civilizations that are several 100,000 years more advanced than ours in the universe. Everyone that I ask what they think about a civilization that's several 100,000 years more advanced than us, like visiting us or something like that, like what they might think of us, they say they wouldn't even come here. They wouldn't even come here to visit us because we're so excuse me while I eat this. I'm eating my peanut butter Cliff Bar. I wonder if we look like we're a zoo, right? Like Earth Zoo. Earth Zoo. Right, we can't leave the Earth. We can't leave the Earth, we're just here. And then other civilizations that are way more advanced than us, if they want to see what we're doing, they could just like come here and visit and look at us. But they actually have access to the whole universe and more. One of the interesting stories I've learned about was that fighter pilots in the military are all familiar with UFOs, which to me are just crafts from these other civilizations that are more advanced than us. And they call them Foo Fighters, F-O-O fighters. Isn't that weird? They don't call them UFOs, they call them Foo Fighters, even though they don't fight. They don't do anything, they just watch us. What's beautiful is that we can explore the universe in our imagination. So that's our infinite pathway to, that's our pathway to infinity. But it's not hard to imagine that there would be very advanced civilizations that would allow us to visit their way of life. And I'll be looking into that, and I'll share that journey with you of discovery. Because humans document everything. We document everything. And it's been documented, you know, throughout history in great detail. The experiences that we've had here. Okay, I do feel better that excuse me. That I had a snack. I don't know how people talk in their videos while they're riding their micromobility of choice, whatever that may be. I just feel exhausted. But I think I was tired before I even started riding. I was already tired. That's what it is. Okay, I think I got everything on. Okay, let's close this up. I think this is a Segway backpack. Or it says 9 baht. It says 9 baht backpack. I think it was available on the Segway website. There's those new bumpers I put on recently. Those are 3D printed right there. Okay, everyone. Are we ready for liftoff? Got the bell in there. Yeah, the bell's on the highest setting. The most sensitive setting. Okay, I'm gonna take a look at the app just to see how much percentage we've used. That can't be right. I thought I heard the sound behind me, and it was someone behind me. This says I have 100% after 20 miles. Is that possible? That just shows you that when you're going slow, it takes a lot less energy. But let me move and see if if anything changes when I move. Make sure I didn't leave anything here. Okay. Yeah, it's connected. It says I'm going 5 miles an hour. So look at that. It says I'm still at 100%, and I've been riding for 20 miles. Can you believe that? That's the links for you. That's a high quality battery right there. Some micromobility, I'm not going to say names, but the battery are just such low quality. I mean, I've had micromobility that, let's say I want to go fast. You know, I want to go full speed, right? And I get one shot of it. I can go full speed once. And after that, the battery's so low. Let's say I go full speed for, let's say I go like full speed for 1 block, right? That's not that much. 1 block, 1 short block. And after that, I can't do it again because the battery's already so low that it can't, it just can't go fast again. And I know that companies are, the challenge is that, like, how do you keep a company going, and you can't have things that cost too much. I understand it's complicated, but I would really love to see companies, it just takes one company to do it. Like for example, let me do my carving while I'm talking. Rumble Motors. I'm going to keep talking about them because Rumble Motors, I want to say it's one of the smallest companies there is. Rumble Motors, it's this very small company. They made their own graphene battery. And then you go on the internet, oh, graphene's not matured yet, it's not ready. I mean, that's still said about electric cars. Tesla's been making the best electric car on the planet, the best car on the planet, for 20 years. And he said he would do it 20 years ago. Or 24 years ago. Around the year 2000, I think it was. He said, I'm going to make the best car in the world. On your left. So, it can be done. I would love to start a micro-mobility company that makes vehicles that look like the Aptera Motors vehicle, that are both micro-mobility as well as the full-size Aptera Motors vehicle, which is like a, you know, a vehicle for, I think it seats 2, right? So after changing the battery in the Insta360, it stopped flashing the light green and red, green and red. So I think the battery was low. But I could always plug in the plug I have going to the GoPro into the Insta360, which would also work there. And that would keep the battery charged. Let's see if we can go right now. I have to be careful because sometimes I think it's clear, and then a car will be coming much faster than I realized, and they're just there suddenly. It's all right, thank you. Have a good night.
You too.
Yeah, just try to be friendly with people. I mean, people are struggling, you know. I had a lot of friends in college that hated people that were homeless. I don't know if that's the right word to use, but I'm going to use it because it really looked like hate. And I shared with them a story about how I interviewed homeless people for years as a school project before I started school, knowing I wanted to do that, as I wanted that to be one of my projects for school. And I learned a lot. I learned that people, I mean, I interviewed people that were lawyers, nurses, people that worked in construction, people that worked mailmen, just different, all these different jobs. And maybe they got a divorce, maybe there was an accident where they lost the family from some kind of accident, a tragic accident, or maybe family member or wife or husband died from like cancer or something. And it just, we're all affected differently by things, by trauma. And by loss, I should say. Right? I should say by loss. And some people just, it's like the mind just turns off and they can't reconnect with reality again. And I feel like more of us have been there than we realize. And, you know, and some of us can get through it and others cannot. It doesn't mean that a person's less of a person or deserves less help. If anything, they need more help, more support. But those same people I knew in school that began hating or disliking very much the homeless, after years of knowing these people from school, might be more supportive and even giving to them when possible. I also don't know if they were just doing that because they know that I would like to see that. But I like to see homeless people getting more support. And I hope those people back there get support. I'm not sure homeless is the right word to use. Someone was telling me that when you say homeless, that's offensive to people, so I don't know what the correct words to use are. But I just mean someone that doesn't have a place to go.